A very good evening to all of you. And today we are going to start with our next part of history, that is the limits of civil disobedience movements. The rest of the topics we covered in our last classes. So now we are going to start with this. So let's have a look on this. As you know that there are many moments which we had, and after the success of Roundtable Conference, when Mahatma Gandhi returned from there, he was very much disappointed with the decision taken by the Britishers, and after that, he decided that there should be no civil disobedience movement. And when he tried to relaunch this movement, many of the people they refused to be part of that movement. But there were also the limits related with this movement. Now, the participations of the Dalits. We all know that Dalits were also very important factors in our movements which were launched during the Mahatma Gandhi's struggle time to get India independent. Many Dalit leaders they wanted to have a different political solution to the problems of the Dalit community. For them they decided that there should be reservation system in the education system, there should be some reserve seat in the educational institution, and that should not be limited only to the movements. In fact, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he also said that B.R. Ambedkar organized into the Dalits into the you can see here into the Depressed Classes Association in 1930. Now he his ideology and Mahatma Gandhi's ideology, that both were not same, they were different from each other, and the ideologies of these two personality always used to clash with each other. हमेशा जो है इन दोनों के बीच में कोई ना कोई clashes होते रहते थे. तो ड्यूरिंग द सेकेंड राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस, एक जब दूसरा राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ और वहाँ पे when there was a demand for the separate electorate for Dalits, they demanded, who demanded? B.R. Ambedkar. He demanded the separate electorate for the Dalits, but this idea of B.R. Ambedkar was never liked by the Mahatma Gandhi. He never liked it, he never supported his idea of this. Now let's have a look. The limits of civil disobedience movements, once again we'll see in detail. Civil disobedience movement, there was also the participations of Muslims. After the decline of NCM, you all know that NCM declined, a very large section of Muslim, they became alienated from the Congress. And also, when it was in the mid of 1920 that Congress was more visibly associated with the Hindu religious nationalist groups, and at that time Muhammad Ali Jinnah was an important leader of the Muslim League. He was willing to give up the demand for separate electorate, but he wanted reserve seat for Muslim in the Central Assembly. Now from here onwards you can see that the reservation concept, the reservation term, it was given more importance by both the Dalit leaders and by the Muslims leaders also. And these both terms and the ideas of B.R. Ambedkar and Ali Jinnah, it was never supported by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi never wanted to give this reservation system place in our constitution or in our any act or bills which we were going to make. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा जो है वो कोलाइड हो रहा था आइडिया दो डिफरेंट लीडर्स का एक दूसरे के साथ. तो दिस वाज अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर इन दिस field. Now, coming next to the next topic, we will see that the sense of collective belongings. Now, the sense of collective belongings. Nationalism all it spreads when people begin to believe that they all are part of the same nation. Nationalism is a feeling which starts when we realizes that the term nationalism means something which is very close to us because we belongs to a same nation, and that's why the feeling of nationalism it starts. And this is the reason when people they started discovering unity and binds them together. Unity for any independence is very much important, and this was started by the prominent leaders of our country. Now, if united, they struggled, and the independence helped in building the sense of collective belongings. Additionally, a variety of cultural processes also captured this spirit of nationalism. So these small terms plays a very important role in the formation of the nationalism during the British rule. Now, coming back to the next topic, we will see nation depicted in images. You know that the identity of nation is most often symbolized in a figure or image with which people can identify the nation. That is very much true. Every nation, it has some symbol with its national flag, national animal, national birds. They have. So we also decided to give something to our country who can symbolize us. And the image of Bharat Mata was the pictorial representation of the motherland. And due to this emergence of the idea, the representation of motherland through the pictorial was given to us. And Vande Mataram, the national song was also written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. You all know Vande Mataram. It's our national song and it was written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in 1870. Now, this was sung during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal. Different artists projected their own version of Bharat Mata. Now, different artists they made the images of Bharat Mata in their own way to show their respect and gratitude towards the nation. So, these were the symbolic and pictorial images which were given to our country so that we can be represented. Now, you can see some images made by different people. See, the images of Bharat Mata, a woman holding a flag in her hand and sitting on a lion inside the map of India. So, Vande Mataram, Susalam, Sufalam, Malayal, Shitalam, Sashya Shyamalam, Mataram, Vande Mataram. शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुलकुसुमितद्रुमदशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदं वरदं मातरं वन्दे मातरम. So this was our national song. This is our national song and I hope that you all are aware of it. Now, the most important and next thing which you will see is folklores. Now, folklores was the idea of folk tales to spread the idea of nationalism. You know, the leaders they decided that how they can spread the meaning of nationalism, and so they decided the idea of nationalism it should be conveyed through folk tales. Now, it was believed that folk tales reveal the true picture of traditional culture. So, combining the traditional culture with the folk tales was a very important decision taken at that time by the leaders. उसमें और क्या क्या था वो हम देख लेते हैं. What else were there? National flag. You all know that the national flag which we had today, it evolved through various stages. A tricolor, red, green and yellow was used during the Swadeshi movement, and there was 8 lotus on it which depicted the 8 provinces of British in India. There was a I'll show you. There was a crescent moon on the flag which represented Hindus and Muslims, and Gandhiji had designed the Swaraj flag by 1921. It was also a tricolor, that is of red, green and white, and there was a spinning wheel in the center. So this was the starting of our national flag which was given by our leaders. Now you can have a look of the flags used during the moments. And finally at the last we got a very pure image of our national flag. You can see it here in the center. The saffron, white, green with a wheel spinning of blue color inside the whitish part. So this is our national flag, you all can see. Now see, reinterpretation of history. You know, many Indians they felt that British had given a different interpretation of the Indian history, and that is quite true. They felt that it was important to interpret the history from an Indian perspective, and that is also true. You know, what Britishers will give interpretation of India will be different, and an interpretation given by an Indian will be different. What we will interpret is we will show the true and the very much pure part of our country, what we faced during that time, and anything which will be interpreted by any Britishers, they will not highlight the problems which we really faced, the stages through which we had really gone. So there was very important, it was important that the Indian leaders should interpret the our history, and they wanted to glorify the rich past of India, so that the Indians could feel proud of their history. And if an Indian is going to interpret our history, obviously we are going to feel proud on our history, that our glorious past, about our glorious past which we ever had. So this is all. And since I started this lecture from the last topic which we missed, and with this we have ended with the nationalism in India, and I'll try to make the first four part once again, and I'll upload it for you all. Thank you and Jain. I hope that you understand these topics. Any doubt you have, any problem you have, you can ask me, or you can give your suggestion in the comment box. We will go ahead according to that. Thank you for watching.